record the session from my side and let me share the screen. Give you the recording permissions for all of you. In case if anyone is using, let me know. Okay. So this is the query, very important query, guys. Sometimes we are going to use this query to search whether any user is member of this group or not. Okay. Sometimes we have to search it. Okay. Why? Because the users will simply argue with us. I am unable to access the database. I am unable to connect to the server. Okay. Might be they are using a different account other than the mentioned account. Usually people will have 2-3 accounts, right? Instead of this account, they may use different account. I'm not saying they are arguing, okay, blindly, but by mistake they are using a different account, okay, to log into server, and they will simply take the screenshot and I'll raise an incident. I'm unable to connect to the database server. I'm unable to connect to the okay server, like databases and all, like that they are going to raise an incident. Okay, so we have to simply check which login he is using to connect to the servers. Okay, we have to ask the particular login and we have to check which group he is in. Okay, based on that we can easily understand, okay, he is using a different login which is not part of the SQL server. Okay, so he has to raise only the mentioned logins. Okay, in case why? Because usually in the organization 2-3 logins will be there for a user. For login to the laptop, a separate login will be there. For login into the servers, a separate login will be there. Instead of those server logins, if he is using an individual login, he cannot access the database. Why? Because this is the credential, this is the username he has to provide, but instead of that he is giving a different credentials. Okay, so which won't work. Let me give you permission, Siva. Right, okay, you can record the session. Okay, so you have to be very careful in case if someone comes to you, hey, my login is not working, ask him which login they are using to connect to the server, and ask him which groups they belongs to. Sometimes they know the group. In case if they don't know the group, just simply okay type the name so that we can easily find out which group he belongs to. Okay, so for that what we have to do is there is a one more query. You have to simply provide his name, I guess. Okay, instead of that we have to let me check that name. Might be we have to provide this name, I guess. Not this one. How to identify a person from group having 1,000 people? How to identify a person from group having 1,000 people means this is one query. Okay, so you can use this query. Just type the group name. Okay, so just type the group name here and type the members. So you can see all the members of that particular group. In case if 1,000 members are there, you have to search it. There is no other option. You have to search it. Okay, so like this it is going to work. Okay, so I'll tell you the one more query. Balakrishna is a member of which group? Okay, we have to find out Balakrishna is a member of which group. In case you want to find out, there is one more query also. I'll tell you. Okay, I'll update that query. Right. So this is how we are going to create a group login. Any issues, any doubts in creating a logins? Is it clear? Don't confuse again. If you're having issues, just let me know. I'm happy to explain again. If you don't understand security well, again you are going to face difficulties. Is it clear? Right, fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you for that. Okay. Right. So now I want to give access. For example, we'll test with the Joshi login. Joshi SQL login is already created, right? Instead of Windows login means again I have to log into the server. Okay. Again, I have to log in as a different user. Again, I have to like open SSMS and all here. Okay. So instead of that, what I'm going to do again, functionality wise, permissions wise, there is no difference between a group, a Windows login and a SQL login. Okay. There is a difference only how to log in. The login process will be changed. Difference between Windows login and your SQL login is the way they are logging into the SQL server is different. The process is different. That's it. Remaining everything is same. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll use this Joshi login. Okay. I'll use this Joshi login for practice. Now Joshi wants to access a database. Okay. Let me first connect as Joshi. Joshi has the credentials. Okay. Now let me first. I don't know what is Joshi. What is your password? Saturday at 29. What is that? Joshi. Saturday. Yesterday's date, right? At the rate. What is the yesterday date? 07. Yeah. Not 1 to 3. I guess yesterday's date. Okay. 1 to 3. Yeah.
No, yesterday's date only.
Yeah. Yesterday's date. Okay. Saturday at 07. Yesterday's date. Right. Okay. So now Joshi is connected to the SQL server. Joshi wants to access Amazon database. Okay. As usual, by default, Joshi, a default login can connect to the server, but it can't access any resources, any securables it can't access. So in case Joshi wants to access this database, what we have to do? Can anyone tell me? Yesterday, I have shown you like how to give access to Joshi on Amazon database or any database. Anyone remember that one?
Yeah.
Joshi can
Click.
herself, yeah, Joshi can herself give access. Joshi doesn't have permissions to access Amazon database. Joshi can herself take the access.
No.
No, she cannot take the access. Why? Because those who are having access, they only can give access to Joshi. Okay, now how to give access to Joshi on Amazon database?
How to create
Click.
user in the Amazon database, Joshi user,
Why we will create Joshi user?
to access the database.
You can map the Joshi with Amazon database.
How to do that?
Click on Joshi. Right click Joshi. Go to properties.
Where is Joshi? Click on Joshi. Okay, security logins Joshi. Okay, right
Right click.
here, right click
Go to properties.
properties.
No here.
Not here.
Yeah, batch 38. No, not here.
Okay, where I have to go?
No, you have to go
Administrator.
Okay,
administrator.
why not here?
This is Joshi's job.
Yes, this
Joshi's,
is
right?
Joshi's account. Okay, this is Joshi's
Yeah.
corner. Joshi cannot give permissions to herself. Okay, so go to
Yes.
administrator. Okay, this and this are same server, guys. Okay, this server you are connected as an administrator where you have all the permissions. Okay, in this section you just connected as Joshi where you don't have any permissions. That's it. Remaining everything is same, right? So go to your administrator connection, go to logins. Now double click on the Joshi. Now go to user mapping. Okay, click OK. Okay, now Joshi wants to access Amazon database, right? Select Amazon database.
Yes.
Automatically Joshi user will be created. Once you map Joshi login to the database, automatically Joshi user will be created. So again, no need to create user in the database manually. Okay, we don't create users in the database manually. When you are mapping a login to the database, automatically with the same name a user will be created. Okay, so let me just type dbo here. Default schema we have to type dbo, then click OK. Now automatically Joshi can access the database. Okay, if you see here, let me minimize these things, and if you see here expand database, just refresh it, Amazon database. Now expand. Now she can access Amazon database. Okay, apart from Amazon database, Joshi is having access on one more database. What is that? Sales database. You can
Yes.
see here, just now I opened the Joshi account. Okay, if you see here, user mapping. Okay, on sales database also Joshi is having access. Okay, on sales database also Joshi is having it. See here, on sales database also Joshi user is created. On Amazon database also Joshi user is created. So on how many databases you are giving access to Joshi? On all the databases Joshi user will be created. Okay, right? This is how we are going to give access to any login on any database. Okay, so the next topic is server roles. Okay, so later once we discuss server roles and database roles, Last, okay, at the end, I'll tell you how to give access to Joshi on a single table. Joshi, okay, I don't want to give Joshi on the whole database. I don't want to give access on the whole database to Joshi. Joshi just wants to access a single table. Instead of single table, why I have to give access on the whole database for Joshi? I'm not interested to give the whole access on the whole database to Joshi. So on what table she want to access, we can simply give permissions to the table only for Joshi, just to restrict the unwanted access. Okay, we are going to give, okay, again, I'm not saying in every situation we are going to work like this. Okay, there are some situations where you have to give permissions to logins on a single table. So you have to know, right, how to give permissions to a login on a single table. So that also we are going to discuss at the end. Okay, so might be today we are going to discuss server role. Next weekend we'll discuss database roles, and I'll show you how to give access to Joshi on a single table. Right. So in the security, we have one more topic called server roles. Okay. What is this role? First of all, what is role? See, for example, if you are in manager role, you will have some kind of protocols. If you are in a lead role, you will have some kind of protocols, right? Depends upon your job, your responsibilities are changing, right? Lead will perform different activities. A junior level DBA will perform different activities. An L2 level DBA will perform different activities. A lead DBA will perform different activities. A manager will perform different activities. Depends upon his role. Depends upon his role, the activities are going to be different. Means role means simply set of protocols. Here in the SQL Server, role means collection of permissions. Role means collection of permissions is called a role. By default, we will have 9 server roles in the SQL Server. By default, we will have 9 server roles. Okay, if you expand this server roles, you can see, okay, the server roles. How many? These are the 9 server roles: bulk admin, DB creator, disk admin, process admin, public, security admin, server admin, setup admin, sysadmin. Actually 8 plus 1 server role we have to treat. 8 plus 1 server role. Okay, 8 plus 1, 9 only, but 8 plus 1. Why 8? Why 1? Okay, 8 are fixed server roles: bulk admin, DB creator, disk admin, process admin, security admin, server admin, setup admin, sysadmin. Okay, these 4 and these 4 are fixed server roles. Public is not a known fixed server role. Public role doesn't have any permission. See here, if you observe, go to Joshi login, go to server roles. By default, each login is a member of public server role. By default, you cannot uncheck it. If you tries to uncheck, see, I'm unchecking it, but it is not allowing me to uncheck. It is not responding at all. Please mute yourself. Someone unmuted. You're getting some disturbance in the videos. Right. Okay. So here, if you're trying to uncheck public server role, it won't uncheck. By default, any login, SQL login or Windows login, any login, by default, a login is a member of public server role. This server role doesn't have any permissions other than connect to a SQL server. Okay, so that's why this role doesn't have any permissions. That's why I'll treat that role as one role, 8 plus 1 role. This 8 will have a lot of permissions, but this one role is public role. This public role doesn't have any permissions. Okay, so what it means? What are these 8 roles? What permissions? What kind of permissions they are having? Okay, see here. If you are added, if Joshi is added to bulk admin, different kind of permissions she will get. If Joshi is added to DB creator, different kind of permissions she will get. If Joshi is added to disk admin, different permissions she is going to get. Means each role will have different kinds of permissions. Set of permissions will be there for this role. Like when you create a group, once you add any member to the group, how that particular person can get access for all the servers. In the same way, once you add any login to this role, automatically what are this role permissions are having, that particular login will get all the permissions. So now you want to find out what permissions are there for this bulk admin, right? Your next question is, sir, how to check what and all permissions are there for the bulk admin. Bulk admin will have a different permissions. Your DB creator will have different permission. Disk admin will have different permissions. Process admin, like the each and every role will have different permissions. There is a query to find out the permissions of a role. Okay, what is the query? Can anyone tell me? SP underscore SRV role permission. Okay, see here, when you write this query, the color will be changed to some brown color, dark brown color. I don't know whether you can able to see the change or not, but it's not black color. See, if I run this, if I just type this stored procedure wrongly, okay, see here, now it is black color. Okay, if you just type it correctly, now the color is changed to dark brown color. Okay, so this is the stored procedure. Which role permissions you want to pull? Bulk admin, right? Just drag and drop it. SP underscore SRV role. SRV means a server role permission. Okay, SP underscore SRV role permission. Bulk admin will simply tell you what and all permissions are there for bulk admin. How many permissions are there for bulk admin?
Permission.
Two permissions. How many records are there? That many permissions are there, guys. Okay, 2 records are there, 2 permissions are there for bulk admin. Remember, this permission is very important permission. For each and every role you can see, I'll tell you. Okay, sysadmin is the highest privileged server role. If you add it to the sysadmin role, you can do anything in the SQL server. You can connect to any database, you can connect to any table, you can access any table, you can delete any login, you can drop any database, you can drop the objects, you can create the objects, you can shut down the SQL server. Whatever you want, you can do anything. If I added into you, if I added to the sysadmin role, sysadmin is the most powerful role in the server level. Everything you can do. Okay, so depends upon the role, bulk admin will have different permissions. Okay, what are the permissions that are there with the bulk admin? 2 permissions. One is add member to bulk admin, second one is bulk insert. We have to remember, in the permissions there are 3 terminologies: grant, with grant, deny. Okay, these are very important permissions. These are very important permission. Grant means what? Granting a permission means what? Grant means what?
Giving the access.
That's it. Very
access.
good. Excellent. Giving access to someone is called grant. Can anyone tell me what is with grant?
Have access to.
Sorry,
Have access to.
what is grant then?
Giving access to.
Giving access. Okay, very good. With grant means?
He can also give grant permission.
Very good. Excellent. With the grant and with the grant. See, if I gave grant create permission to Joshi, imagine if I gave grant create permission, just read permission. Imagine why create. Okay, yes, Naresh, you are correct. Giving access to others. Okay, see, for example, Joshi is having access. Joshi is having, okay, read access. You can grant Joshi, you can grant read access to Joshi. Okay, so that if you grant read access to Joshi, only Joshi can utilize that read permissions. If you gave with grant for read access, Joshi can read the data. Joshi can give the same read permissions to others. Is it clear? Grant means only you are enjoying the privileges. With grant means you can enjoy the privileges and you can give same privileges to others. Here Joshi is having read access. So in case if I gave with grant read access to Joshi, the same read permissions can give to other logins. Joshi can give read permissions to other logins also. She cannot give write, delete, update and all. Whatever permissions she is having with grant option, only those permissions she can give to others. Is it clear? Any doubts, any issues here, please? Grant means enjoying yourself. With grant means you can give the same permissions to others. You can enjoy yourself and you can give the same permissions to others. Is it clear? Fine. Any issues, guys, please? Everyone. What is meant by deny then?
Declining the permission.
That's it. Very
not
good.
giving permission.
Yes. So deny means denying a login for not accessing the resource. Denying simply this login in his lifetime, he cannot access this table. Then you can ask one question. Sir, if I don't give permissions, he cannot access the table, right? Why again I have to deny him? Why I have to give deny permissions to him? Is it clear? So let me show you. Yeah, let me show you. Let me show you those three permissions for you. Okay, let me go to the users. Let me go to Joshi user. Double click on the user and securables. Let me add tables here. Specific objects. Okay. Object types, tables. Click OK. Forget about all these things. Okay. And what is the table we have in the Amazon? Do we have any table? No table, right? Let me go to sales. Security users, Joshi. Securable search, specific objects, like all object types. Tables. Click OK. These two tables. Right. Employee, student. We have two tables, right? See here. You can see here. Okay. Grant with grant deny. On employee table, for example, on employee table for Joshi user, on employee table, if I gave select query, just grant it for Joshi user. Okay. If I grant select query to Joshi user, now Joshi can run only select query, select star from employee, only employee table, guys. Only employee table. Again, remember this screen. We are going to give permissions to the users on a single table like this only. Okay. So in case Joshi wants to access, okay, employee table, or Joshi wants to read employee table. Okay. So this is how we are going to grant it. Now, as Joshi is having grant permission to employee table, I mean, select permission to employee table. So she can only read the employee table. Now I gave with the grant permission to Joshi. Now what she can do?
Joshi can run, and others who will added Joshi, they will also run.
Very good.
Select command.
Joshi can run select command on employee table. Joshi can give same select permission to other users also. Clear? Fine. Now select permission is denied on Joshi. Joshi don't want to access this employee table. So I gave deny permission to Joshi now. So why I have to give deny permission? If I uncheck this one, anyhow Joshi cannot access the employee table, right? Why again I have to separately deny Joshi to, okay, for not accessing employee table? Why? What is the reason? Can anyone tell me?
You can't access it at any other time.
Why? If I don't give access also, you cannot access, right, Joshi?
we decline the permission, for the next time she won't ask, right?
No. My question is, see, for example, now if you want, can you access the employee table now? Tell me, you don't have any permissions, right? Can you access? Can you run select star from employee now?
No, no.
You cannot run. Okay, now
Also no.
now also no. Now there is what is the difference between this no and that no? Right, I'll tell you the answer. Okay, so in case by mistake someone gave permissions to Joshi, okay, on employee table. By mistake, a DBA gave select permission to Joshi on employee table. Okay, right. Okay, very good, Naresh. Okay, so by mistake someone gave access to Joshi. Right, now let me show you, okay, the demo. Let me give the select permission to Joshi now. Okay, right, now Joshi, let me go to the Joshi, okay, connection. Let me right click Joshi. Let me open sales table. Okay, so sales, right? In case I want to open select query, right? Without opening the sales database, I can, okay. Joshi doesn't have access on AdventureWorks. Let me go back to master. Without opening the sales table, sales database, sorry, I can still access the table. How can I still access the table? Can anyone tell me? There is a query for
Yeah.
that.
Yes. Use sales.
Okay, without use that query also, I can still use a different query. Use Joshia.
No,
Joshi is a
use
login. Joshi is a login. You cannot tell use Joshi. Okay, you can only use database.
yeah, use database name.
Without using that query also, I can still pull the data. What is the query? Can anyone tell me? So
Sorry.
there is a query for that. Select star from. Okay, actually, okay. So this is the full query. Select star from. In case you want to pull a table. Okay, this is how you can pull a table from a database. Database name dot schema name dot table name. Okay, so this is how select star from. Okay, select star from database name, schema name, table name. Okay, so without changing the database here or without using a use database query, you can pull the data using this query. Okay, now Joshi can read the data. Okay, right, this is how we can pull the data, okay, without using the use database query or without selecting the database name here. Fine, now Joshi can read the data. You can see here, right? Joshi is reading the data. She's executing the select query now. Fine. Now, again, let me go to Joshi user in the sales database. Joshi user, right? And this is the window, right? See here now, you can see here already select query is there. Select is granted for Joshi. Now what I'll do again, once you gave select query, one more select will come, guys. Okay. So now I'm going to deny permissions to Joshi. Okay. Now select is granted. Same select is denied. Now which one will work? Now tell me the result. Whether Joshi can read the table or she cannot read the table now. Joshi is having select permission on the table.
What is the,
Sorry.
here two selects commands are there. What is the
Yes.
difference that select and this one?
Now you have to tell me why, because if you gave grant, you can have also chance to give deny also. That's why you get two select here. Okay, so if you see here, why we got two selects, I'll show you. Okay, two selects, two inserts, two updates will come. Okay, so see here. First time, if you remember, okay, only one select is there. Okay, we just, okay, you can see a grant. Next time, once you gave grant on select, automatically one more select came. So what I did, I just gave deny for that. Don't confuse. Don't confuse. I gave grant and I gave deny select permission on an employee table to Joshi. Now, okay. Now what would be the answer? Whether Joshi can read the table or she cannot read the table.
She can't read the table.
We can't read the table. Okay. So remember guys, deny is the highest privileged permission other than sysadmin. If I strongly believes Joshi in her lifetime, she cannot access the table. So someone, a junior DBA gave access to Joshi. By mistake, a junior DBA gave access to Joshi. But if deny is there on Joshi, even though if someone gave select permission to Joshi, Joshi cannot read data in her lifetime. Okay. Now see here, if you run it, see here the select permission was denied on the object employee. 1 minute, please. Okay. So in case, so here what we have to understood, even though you have grant and deny, you can give grant and deny on a single object, but only deny will work at the end of the day. Deny only will work. So if I don't give access, Joshi cannot read the table. By mistake, if someone gave access to Joshi on employee table, later I found it and I strongly believe Joshi, why she is reading my table, employee table, she can't read my employee table. Okay, so I decided to give deny to Joshi. So by mistake, if someone gives select also in the future, as deny is already there on Joshi, now Joshi cannot read the table. That is the power of the deny. In case if someone wants to, okay, give select permission, later I just changed my mind, okay, Joshi can read the table. Okay, then I remove, once I remove the deny, then only select will work. Okay, so if deny and grant is there, which one will work?
Deny is
Deny
what?
only will work.
Deny.
Deny is the second highest privileged permission. Remember this point very clearly. Who is the first privileged, first highest privileged permission?
Sysadmin.
Sysadmin. After sysadmin, the most powerful permission is deny. If sysadmin is there, imagine Joshi is sysadmin, but you gave deny access to Joshi. Now Joshi can read the table or not?
Yes, read.
Okay. So the answer is yes, she can read the table. Why? Because deny cannot deny sysadmin. Okay. Deny cannot deny the sysadmin. Then sysadmin is the
I want
highest.
to ask,
Yes.
excuse me, sir. I want to ask you one thing. If I uncheck the grant permission, then also I can't connect the table. So why we are using deny permission?
So later, if someone gives, okay, there is no guarantee, right? Might be you are good. Okay. So in the organization, some people will keep on accessing the permissions on a table. Actually, as per their protocol, they cannot access the table. But they will keep asking, I need permissions on this table, I need permissions on this table. Okay, so what I decided to give deny to that particular person. So in case by mistake, if any new guy came into the company, even though he gave select permission, if he's a DBA, if he see deny permission, he won't give. But by mistake, if he give select permission, grant permission to Joshi, okay, as deny is there, Joshi cannot read the data. So your question is, I can uncheck the select permission, right? I can uncheck the grant permission to select, right? Why we have to give deny, you are asking, but don't know in the future might be if someone checks that option, again you can able to access the table, right? Clear? Yeah. Any doubts, guys? Any doubts, any issues? nothing is there again. Don't worry about the security. Okay, so I'm explaining each and everything, right? So might be you are getting confusion. So once the class is over, try to again do the demo, so you will get hands-on experience. Don't postpone the, okay, practice. If you postpone it, that's it. No one can save you in the security, especially. Clear?
Sir, by now, Joshi can't access it at any more
Yes.
as we declined the
If-
permission.
Yes, if deny is there, till you are going to remove deny. Okay, even though Joshi is having grant, Joshi can't read the table.
Yeah, now deny should be unchecked, right?
Now deny should be unchecked in case if I changed my mind, if I want to give access to you, now I have to uncheck the deny.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir, is there any chance to come a schema, change to schema name DBO to other?
So usually by default, we will give only DBO. We don't change the DBO schema to other name. Okay, don't change the default schemas, default names and all. I don't know whether it is going to, okay. Okay, let me check whether we can rename this DBO to DBA, but I don't know it will agree or not. Usually don't, yeah, you are about to rename. Yeah, cannot you alter, okay. So you cannot rename the DBO to any other name.
Before creating the database.
Yes, that
I'm
all, then
asking.
also, yeah, then also you cannot do that. Before creating the database also, you don't have privilege. Such privileges are not there, okay. In case you want to check it, you can check it, okay. You can play with the SQL server. Usually you cannot change it after creating the database only, right? We are going to get the DBO. So before creating, where is the case to change? Right? Any other questions, please? Right? So we are discussing about the server role, right? So where is that server role screen? Yeah, this one. Okay, bulk admin is having, yeah, why we are explaining these things, I'll explain now. So bulk admin by default, it will have two permissions. What are those two permissions? One is add member to bulk admin, second one is bulk insert. Actually, the main permission is bulk insert. Bulk insert means what? Bulk insert means if you are inserting data from outside, you can import data to SQL server from an